Hello and welcome to Saki Tech. So in today's video, I will be going over logical operators in C++ programming tutorial series. Now this will be tutorial number 9, and I do recommend that you go and watch the previous tutorials so you can understand this one better. If you go to my channel and navigate to my C++ programming playlist, you will find all my C++ videos. So let's get to business. Logical operators in C++. So basically there are three logical operators in C++. First one is called the NOT operator, second one is called the AND operator, and the third one is called the OR operator. And this is how they're represented in C++. So the NOT operator is simply, let me get this, an exclamation point. The OR operator is just two lines, and the AND operator is just two AND symbols. So let's go over each one of these and see exactly what they do. Okay, so the NOT operator performs a Boolean operation NOT. So all you do is you have one operand to the right side of this guy, of the NOT operator. The only thing the NOT operator does is to inverse the value of this operand. And this operand is either false or true. Okay? So the NOT operator always has one operand right next to it on the right side, and the value of this is either false or true, but the NOT inverses that value. So if you say not true, it's false. Not false, it's true. Okay, so let's delete all these guys and take a look at some examples. So let's say we have an expression, and the expression says 5 is equal to 5. So normally this evaluates to true. If I put a NOT right here, this will evaluate to false. So let us declare a Boolean variable. Just final value. Okay, so here we have a Boolean variable called final value. This can be either true or false, nothing else, because it's of type Boolean. So let's say Boolean final value was assigned to 5 equals 5. At this point, final value becomes true. The moment I put the NOT operator in front of the 5 equals 5, the final value variable becomes false. Okay, so let's do one more. Let's say final value assigned to not true. Now true is a keyword in C++, okay, and it's exactly what it means. It's the Boolean value true. Okay, so not true makes final value false. And then one more. False is just like true. It's a reserved word in C++, and it holds the Boolean value false. So not false becomes true. Okay, so the NOT operator can have some really complicated operands on the right side. It doesn't have to be one little thing. It could be A plus B plus D larger than A minus B times X plus Y. Okay, so because we have a relational operator here, which we talked about in our previous module, this expression is going to yield either true or false, because you're comparing this one here, this expression here, with this expression. Okay, so this expression could be true or false. We don't know that. Let's say it's true. The NOT makes that into a false, and then the false gets assigned to final value. So that is all you need to know about the NOT operator. let's move on to AND and OR. Okay, so with the AND operator, you actually have two operands. So NOT only had one operand. It's not whatever. The AND operator has one operand, operand 1 on this side, and another operand on this side. So operand 1 and operand 2. Either one of these operands will be either false or true. What you have to know is what happens if you have false and false. Okay, so false and false is equal to false. And then you have to know what is false and true. That equals to false as well. And then you have to know what is false, actually true and false. That is also false. And then what is true and true. That is in fact true. So with the AND operator, the only time you get the answer true is when both sides are true. Okay, just think of this as a, let's think about this. How can we use this in real life? Let's say you wrote a program and you asked a person their age and their gender. So the person put 18 as their age and they put male as their gender. So what you can do is you can do something like this. If the person's age is over 18 and they're male, then do this. So it kind of works in a decision-making process. All these logical operators come into play when you're making decisions. So if let's say you have a customer and he types in his zip code, okay, and you can be like, if the zip code is equal to blah blah blah, then we can deliver the package by tomorrow. Okay, so stuff like that is where you're going to be using the logical operators. So remember the fact that the AND operator has two operands, and then the only time you get true is when both values are true. Okay, for example, if the customer is over 18 and if they're a male, then do this. Just think about it like that. So let's move on to the OR operator. So OR is represented with these two lines. So how does OR work? So let's change all these guys. And I just want to let you know this is not a correct syntax. I'm just taking notes here. Okay, this is not a C++ stuff. This is C++. Correct syntax. This is, I'm just taking notes here, okay? So let's change all these to OR. OR. So, what is false or false? It's false. What is false or true? It's actually, let's take that off. It's actually true. What is true and false? It's also true. What is true and true? It's also true. So it's almost like the reverse of the AND operator. With the OR, the only time you get the false is when you get false on both sides. So false or false is always false. Anything that is a true in there becomes true. Okay, so let's delete these and show you some real C++ examples. So let's take a look at this expression right here. If 7 is equal to 7 and 3 is larger than 50, what is the actual answer to this? You know what? I'm still going to be taking notes. I'm not going to do C++ just yet. So is 7 equal to 7? True. And then we still have the end. Is 3 larger than 50? False. So what is the answer? With the end, remember, anytime you have false anywhere, the answer is false. Okay? And let's do the same thing for OR. So delete this right here. let's say we have an OR. So, is 7 equal to 7? True. Or, is 3 larger than 50? False. So remember again, with the OR, anytime you have true anywhere, the answer yields true. Okay? So that's how easy this is. Again, you're going to be using the not operator, the AND operator, and the OR operator in decision making. So for example, you can have something like this, and don't think too much about this. I'm going to go into if statements in the next video. So let's say we had if 5 is equal to 5 and 7 is equal to 7, then what you can do is you can print something. Okay, this is a very simple example. You can have this on the new line too. So if 5 is equal to 5 and 7 is equal to 7, then print something. If it's not true, it's not gonna print something. Okay, so let's run that real quick, see what happens. Let's do a save. Again, this is a very simple example. Okay, we can have a really complicated expression in here. The thing is, the bottom line is this has to be either true or false. It's the decision making process. So let's I saved it already, so build and run. Okay, we're getting some errors here. B wasn't declared, D wasn't declared, X wasn't declared, so none of these variables here were declared. So we're going to take this line off. Okay, so let's save this file again, build and run. Okay, so as you can see, because 5 is equal to 5 and 7 is equal to 7, we did print something. Okay, and what we could have also done was else, we could have done else print nothing. Again, this is a very weak example. We'll go into the details. So let's say we have a false in there somewhere. So is 6 equal to 7? No, it's not. So this is going to be false. And remember, with the AND, anytime you see a false, the expression comes up as false. So if this is false, we're not going to do this. We're going to skip this. We're going to skip straight to else. Okay, so let's do that. Build and run. Okay, so as you can see, we printed nothing because the expression here evaluated to false. So that's how if else works. Anyway, in the next couple modules, we're going to go into all the details you need to know about if and else. I just want to make it clear to you guys that you're using all these relational operators, these logical operators, these equality operators that we went over in this module and the previous modules to make decisions just like this, but they're going to be much more advanced than this. Okay, you can make games this way. So let's end this tutorial for now, and in the next tutorial we'll go into more detailed and more advanced stuff. Okay, so we are at the end of this tutorial. Please subscribe to my channel for more C++ videos to come, and click the like button if you liked this video, and thank you for watching. And also don't forget, I have many more C++ videos to watch. Go to my channel and navigate to C++ programming tutorials to see them all. They're all free, and pretty much I highly recommend that you go over all of them in a sequential order. Okay, well, thank you very much. Have a good day.